All right, I want to thank everybody for coming out today for supporting Direct. And I want to thank Coastal Coffee Roasters for providing a location for us. The owner is Brad Mallet. He's out of town right now, but Danielle is in the cafe and she is a very good manager. So if you could thank them or support them in any way, this is a very customer-friendly location. And when we go into that, I want to say that Pam and I started advanced maintenance for one specific purpose, and that is to support our customers. We saw a maintenance gap out in the out in the population. You call for an electrician, they say they're going to show up, they don't show up, they don't call. Same thing with plumbers, HVAC people. You need them now, you're sweating inside your house, your HVAC system is down, and they promise they're going to be there, and they're not there. Well, that's not going to be the way it is with AMP. When we say we're going to be there, we're going to notify you when we're on the way, and we're going to make it to our appointments on time. On time. So that is very important. Leaving a customer hanging when there's an electrical, a plumbing, or an HVAC problem is serious. And we take it that way. Now, I've been in the electrical business for over 40 years. I retired from the business and thought I would never get back in the business again because I didn't need that. I'm an investor in the community, in businesses in the community. But I saw such a need that I felt compelled to start this over again. And thankfully, Pamela Chapman, who is co-owner of this business, she feels the same way. She's seen the needs of the business, and she's got, what, 3 decades? 4 decades? Almost 40 years in the building industry. So she knows what's going on out there. As prospective customers, you know that you've had appointments missed when people said they were going to be there. We want to meet the needs, and we want to spur others on to do the same thing. Love your customers, and they'll love you right back. We've seen that, and I've seen that for the years when my company was in downtown Charleston. From the renovations, to the security systems, to the generator installs, we keep up on the technology. I'm a tech freak geek. I love the newest, latest, coolest stuff. That is not apparent in my dress wear, but I like that new stuff that's coming down the road. I live for it, and I read about it every morning. I like to start my reads off with technology. That's my quiet time. Now, I know that I would not be able to operate this business without a good administrative person. And she is a co-owner, and I would just like to tell you, without that support, customers don't get served properly, and the employees and co-contractors are in disarray. That's why you need a coordinator. Now, one of the things that I found out about business early on, you have to have mentors and advisors. I'm 66 years old. I have 2 mentors who are older than me to help me with my personal life day to day. I have advisors in other businesses who have nothing to do with what we're doing, but they're advisors. They're the ones who help keep you in line with your goals and with your ideas, with your dreams, and with your direction. These people, advisors, will hold you accountable. I suggest if you don't have some, that you pick some. It doesn't have to be your banker, but it could be. Doesn't have to be your attorney, but it could be. These are unpaid people. People who will do business mentoring to you are advisors. They could be just another person in one of our groups to sit on your advisory board and help move you along, to help propel you, spur you. If you've ever been to a sporting event, those people that are in the stands, whether they're for you or against you, are cheering in one direction or the other. I advise you to get an advisor who cheers you on, who spurs you on and holds you accountable for not just what you say, but for what you do. That is going to be critical. And now I want to open up for some questions. Yes?
Can you explain a little bit more in regards to what services AMP provides and like roughly how large your employee or contractor base is?
All right. We do electrical, plumbing, and we do gas. So those are our main focuses. Now, EV chargers, right in our line. Generator systems, power panel transfers.
And that's mostly for businesses, or do you do residential too? Both. Both. Yes.
Commercial and residential,
Okay.
and industrial. I have a background in industrial.
How long does it normally take to get you out if I call for an appointment? I mean, I know you're going to be on time when you say you are, but how far out are the appointments usually?
Well, I try to plan things, not emergencies. You can't plan an emergency. No one gets to do that. Now, emergencies, we will try to get someone there within 24 hours. All right?
Okay.
But if you're planning something, then I like to do it a week out, at least 1 week out. That way we know that we're on the right track, and depending on the complications of it, it may be 2 weeks out, because some materials must be ordered. So we have to know that up front.
Is there like a standard service fee? Like to come out and give you a quote?
There is not a service fee. We do have an hourly rate that can be discounted from the final price.
Okay.
And that's a typical of most contractors or service people. Now, if it's just a service call, a straight up service call, then it's just an hourly fee.
Okay.
Do you do home inspection?
We do not do home inspections. We stay out of that line. Now, when you say that, I have a customer that called me yesterday because she's purchasing property in Mount Pleasant. She had a home inspector out there, and they're a very good home inspection group, but she has some questions, technical questions, and that's what I do. Sometimes it's just a consultation. You get in touch with me. I will not charge you for a consultation, all right? We spend a few minutes, we talk about what your needs are, and we'll cover that. Now, the consultation that she needed was pretty in-depth, and so I'm having to coordinate with code enforcement, with architects, and with an engineer, and we will get to the answer. I like finding that.
So for me as a real estate agent, if we have some repairs that have to be done for the lenders, then it has to be on a general contractor's letterhead. You're able to provide that if you
Yes.
do all repairs?
Yes, yes. And that's what this is about. Because we have two realtors, we have some issues with a property, and we want to make sure that everybody's satisfied walking away from the table. There should be two winners in everything that we do. So we like that. We like both sides winning all the time.
It's amazing that you guys stand by being there, because that is a huge problem in every industry. Yeah.
Yes, it is. That's my biggest gripe. Now, back when I had Wesco Electrical Services, we prided ourselves in having an excellent maintenance team who could do call outs and emergencies. And I don't I don't think that some of those values have passed along in the industries. I hate to say that, but there are other ones out there that are very good, and I know them. And if we can't do it, then we will put someone else onto it, but your needs will still be met. Because it's still a small world out there of professionals.
What's your service area from, Kiowa to North Charleston, or what your immediate service area is?
Our immediate service area is the downtown West Ashley, James Johns Island, Mount Pleasant, North Charleston, Hanahan, Somerville.
Will you go out further for extra charge, like Utahville or?
Oh, yes, yes. We actually had, we had a call out for an EV charger that I thought was local, and then he sent me the address. And I ended up going to up just past Cherokee, North Carolina.
Wow.
Dude,
Yeah.
it was a problem with a charger, and it needed a solution, and you need a geek freak to do this.
So you gotta go states away to get someone to show up, dang.
Well,
Yeah.
they were happy to pay the price. They just needed the work done, right? And I'm sorry that they could not get someone in that area to do that. Sometimes you have to go out of the way. There was a question down here. I learned that in the Navy. Tech manuals are good things to know. I'm not a walking tech manual because I forget things. However, I know that I can lean on other people and get their understanding. I like knowing my codes, whether it's electrical, plumbing, gas, HVAC. I like being on top of these things, and that's why I belong to some of the organizations that supply the latest and the greatest. So.